This week is one of the craziest trading weeks I've had in a long time. When I mean crazy, I don't mean I lost a lot of money or anything like that. I mean crazy in the sense that this week I was faced with a lot of psychological issues like hesitation, fear of missing out, fear of losing money, and all the fears you can imagine. Mind you, we all have our weaknesses, but being scared of a trade or having FOMO has never been one of my weaknesses. If you've been following my videos for a while, you know that I always aim for 1 to 6 risk to reward. Always, right? This is due to data and due to my personality, because I don't mind holding for 1 to 6, even if it comes back to my stop loss. I don't mind. But this week it was different. And because of this, I ended up catching this instead of catching that. You see the differences, right? And because of this, I was ranging throughout the entire week. Anyways, enough of me ranting. If you want to hear the full story, make sure to stay to the end of the video. Let's get it.
Oh yeah, I stayed up, put my head on and I prayed up, I worked hard and never gave up, I just struggle motivated.
We're live in the chat. So this was the ESO trade that I took on Wednesday that I closed at 1 to 2 instead of holding to my TP, which was 1 to 6. Long story, and I'm going to share that real quick. So as you can see, UCAD has actually been on a strong bearish push since this week, right? And as you can see, it's bullish. And what I saw on Wednesday was actually this. I'm just gonna play real quick. Okay. So what I saw on Wednesday when I woke up around 9 o'clock, which was somewhere here, was price was actually in this zone, right? So what I was looking for was for price to either break this high, comes back into the supply and demand, or comes back to this swing low / swing high, which is also supply and demand, or break this low, which is this, then give me another entry, and then I go for a sell. So it was either I was looking for buys or sells, right? Well, what price ended up doing is something different, which was what I went with, you know. So price broke the high. Immediately it broke the high, it created something I called buy to sell week. I think it's actually a term out there, not my term, right? But I just picked it up, a buy to sell week. So immediately price broke it, created a buy to sell week, which was where I got my entry from. As you've seen from several of my videos, I always talk about the importance of structure, point of interest, and confirmation. These are the 3 keys of my strategy, right? So immediately price broke this, created a buy to sell week, and I went straight to the 5 minute. That's where I got my confirmation from. So on the 5 minutes, what I always look for, as you already know, is this, right? The price needs to create a low, create a high, create a low, create a high. Immediately price breaks the high, I'm looking to get in, right? So that's exactly this. So once price broke this on Wednesday around 14:50, I was actually looking to get in, but for some reason I was having a lot of doubt. I felt like UCAD has been flying too much, that price is not going to pull back, or some reason I felt it has to go down for some reason. I don't even know why, to be honest, right? So immediately price broke down. I was very skeptical, although it's my strategy, but I was doubtful, right? So I was waiting. Immediately after price broke it, I didn't set my limit. I was just waiting to use market execution. And mind you, I was actually outside, so I couldn't take the same trade. I couldn't take the same trade on my funded account that I mentioned was currently down 8%. I couldn't take it. I only took this trade on my personal. So I was waiting. Immediately price came into the entry. Mind you, like I said, I didn't have my limit, right? I ended up using market execution later because it was my strategy. Like, there was no reason for me not to take it except the reasons I built up in my head, right? So I ended up taking it, right? Once I took it, I used market execution, which gave me this entry instead of this entry. It was really good, right? Continue. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But what happened after that? After I took it, everything was going smoothly. But right here, which was 1 to 6, and for this entry was 1 to 2, I decided to close, right? Like I mentioned before, I've built a lot of doubts in my head. This doubt compounded and made me fearful, right? I didn't want to lose no money from the trade. I just felt like it has to pull back for some reason. I don't know why, right? So immediately that happened at 1 to 2, I decided to close, and I closed my trade. After I closed, I saw those tweets and price started to pull back. I was like, okay, damn, my intuitions were right, but it wasn't. So if I continue playing, you see what happened next. Boom. So immediately that, I was really happy why I was like, okay, maybe I was right, price not going to go up, and then it started to fly. And it ended up going to my TP. I'll just buy replace, so you see, boom. UCAD started to fly, and I didn't know why, man. I didn't know why. So it went to 1 to 6, which was my target, as always, as you already know. 1 to 6 right here, right? I'll just play. Boom, that was my target. 1 to 6 right here. 1 to 6. It happened. It got to TP around 21:45, and mind you, I don't mind holding because this is my strategy. This is my bread and butter, you know, right? So I closed right here, and then it went to TP. I was really sad because I mean, because of the doubt, right? I was sad, but at the same time, I was like, could be worse, right? My intuitions could have been right, and I would have been stopped out, and then I would even be mad more because sometimes taking a loss is not really nice, you know what I'm saying? You feel me, right? So it ended up going to TP without me, and I made 1,000 off this trade, and I'm going to show you right here. I made 1,000 instead of making 3,000 because normally I was supposed to risk 1K, but I felt the trade was low probability, so I decided to risk 500. So 500 times 6, that's 3K, but times 2, that's 1K, right? So I made 1K instead of 3K. But it is what it is. I'm actually grateful for the trade. So just to recap, price was strongly bullish, created a buy to sell wick. I got in using the 5-minute confirmation as always, and I'm gonna do this real quick. Realization. I can't even spell expected. Can you imagine? Expected plus 6 since it went to TP and it was the only trade for the week. But realization, I'm just gonna do this again. Realize doesn't matter. Plus 2. Plus 2, not plus 3 dividend, plus 2 because I closed early. So I could have easily made 1 to 6, but I ended up making 1 to 2, which is overall a profitable week.
That was the wrap up of the second weekly breakdown. This week was tough, but to be honest, I'm actually glad I made money because that trade could have easily been a stop loss. Whenever you see yourself fringing over a missed trade, leaving money on the table, just think about how you would feel if the trade had gone the other way. Anyways, I just wanted to share that real quick. If you learned something from this video, please make sure to give it a like. And if you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe. And also, if you have someone or a friend that you think might be interested in such videos, make sure to share it with them. Thank you once again. See you in the next one. Bless.